Hello, very good evening to all of you. Hi everyone, this is Vaishali Kamdar from Spark Academy. Yes, can I have some quick comments please if you can hear the voice clearly and if you can see the screen also. I'm waiting for your quick comments. Yes, sorry everyone. Yes, can I have some quick comments please if you can see the screen and hear my voice clearly. Yes, those who have joined, please write something in the chat section that if it is clear or not. So before starting, yes, our today's topic it is a plant kingdom. So we have completed biological classification second chapter from first year syllabus. So in that we have discussed five different kingdoms, or you can say five kingdom classification given by Whitaker. Okay, so in that we have discussed about the fungi, protista and monera, the kingdom plant and kingdom animals that we are going to separately discuss because comprising of large number of organisms. So plant kingdoms, today we'll be discussing about the plant kingdom. So this lecture will include all the PYQs with solution also, so do not go anywhere, those who have not joined. Ask them to join. And yes, before jumping into the topic, let me tell you, you can follow us on Spark Academy online.com, Spark Academy, in Instagram, Telegram, Facebook. Wherever you wanted to follow us, you can follow us everywhere. So for better all updates and all the tips and tricks we are sharing in all these social media. Okay. So this is our team. We are conducting daily basis daily live classes. In those live classes, live sessions, doubt clarification is there, free materials we are providing, and tips and tricks also we are discussing. So admissions are open right now, so do not think about the things. Whatever number is flashing on your screen, you can call on that number for admissions. So this is our schedule of YouTube live. Monday, Tuesday, English right now 5 to 6, simultaneous 2 sessions, biology and English. Biology by me, Vaishali, and 6 to 7 physics class in English. Okay, 7 to 8 chemistry class in English. Wednesday, Thursday, if your preferable language is Telugu, you can attend the class of the Wednesdays and Thursdays. So in Telugu as well as chemistry in Telugu, bio in Telugu, maths in Telugu, physics in Telugu. Every subjects in Telugu we are discussing on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So yes, well, for the admissions you can use this coupon code. Use this coupon code that is VAI10 and you will get huge discount on whatever courses we are offering you right now. So this is about the plant kingdom. Today's chapter, you know that diversity in the living world. First you need in the chapter name living world done, biological classification done. Now it's about plant kingdom. You can expect 3 to 4 questions from this chapter. So what we are going to discuss today? So today's session plan includes, yes, first we'll discuss the history part. Then we'll start the plant kingdom. In the plant kingdom, we'll start it with the algae. Then three different types of algae. Types of algae. Bryophytes. And that liverworts and mosses. So this is a session plan, and then we're going to discuss about the PYQs, and you'll get the homework questions, DIY questions. So first we'll start with the classification of the kingdom Plantae. So kingdom Plantae is classified into two main subkingdom, you can say cryptogamy and phanerogamy. That includes plants without seeds, that is known as cryptogame. Plant with seeds, they are known as phanerogame. So cryptogame is further divided into Thallophyta, Bryophyta and Pteridophyta. Okay, Thallophyta is further divided into algae and fungi, but fungi we have now separated them from this Thallophyta group into the kingdom, special kingdom fungi. Okay, so now Thallophyta has one member, algae only. Then Bryophytes and Pteridophytes. Phanerogames, that means plants with seeds. So with seeds, they are known as whether they have naked seeds or enclosed inside the fruit. If they bear naked seeds, they are called gymnosperms. If they are flower-bearing plants, then they are called angiosperms. Angiosperms are further divided into monocotyledons and dicotyledons, depending on the seeds with one cotyledon, seeds with two cotyledons. So yes, now it's about the history part of this. In history, so previous classification based on the superficial morphology, and it was given by Carl Linnaeus. Linnaeus given this superficial classification, that is known as based on the artificial characteristics, or you can say morphology, the basis of the morphological characters, who has classified the plants in Linnaeus. Linnaeus has classified the plants into, he has used this type of classification. It is known as artificial classification system. This is called artificial classification system. Okay, artificial classification system. So initially, classification given for the flowering plants were artificial classification based on the superficial morphology. So this was proposed by Linnaeus, and then natural classification system was given by George Bentham and Joseph Hooker, Dalton Hooker. So he has used external plus internal features. So morphology plus anatomy. External plus anatomy, that means internal. Based on that, he has given natural classification system. So given by Bentham and Hooker. Then phylogenetic classification. In phylogenetic classification, evolutionary relationship is considered. So you can say ancestral relationship is considered, that is known as phylogenetic classification. And then each characters, each morphology, you can say observable characters, if you give the number, then it is known as number or code is given to each character, then it is known as numerical taxonomy. Numerical taxonomy. Then next it is cytotaxonomy. In that we are discussing giving the classification based on the cellular structure like chromosome number, behavior and structure of that. That becomes a cytotaxonomy. Then chemotaxonomy, in that chemical constituents of the cell is considered, that is known as chemotaxonomy. Okay, now first we are discussing from the basic type of plants, chlorophyll bearing. So you know about the plant kingdom, right? So plant kingdom, the basic characteristic, which type of basic characteristics? All the plants, they'll be most of the plants, you can say all they are chlorophyll bearing. They have chlorophyll, can carry out photosynthesis. They have cell wall mostly made up of cellulose. Okay, we have discussed this characteristics of the plant kingdom in last class. So in storage form of food, in form of glycogen, not glycogen, storage in form of starch here. Mainly starch. And they show alternation of generation, characteristic feature of the plants. So we will start from this algae first. So algae is having thalloid structure, autotrophic. Alga, that is singular. Algae having you can say chlorophyll bearing simple thalloid autotrophic organism. These all are algae. Just a second. So algae, they are chlorophyll bearing simple thalloid. Thalloid, that means not having structure. It looks like tree but not properly developed root, stem, leaves, branches type of structure. Okay, so that is known as thalloid structure. Thalloid autotrophic organism, their size ranges from the microscopic to the massive type of form. Okay, microscopic unicellular form, it is chlamydomonas. Colonial form is volvox. Remember these things. Question can be asked based on that also. So unicellular chlamydomonas, colonial volvox, filamentous, Eulothrix and Spirogyra. So massive plant-like bodies are also seen in case of alga, just like kelps. So still in kelps also their root stem branches is not developed. So their body is unicellular in case of chlamydomonas, as we have discussed. Colonial in volvox, filamentous, Spirogyra, Eulothrix, pelloid in case of sargassum. All these are algae. Algae are covered over by the mucilage, which projects them the epiphytic growth and decaying effect of the water. So now we'll discuss about different types of algae. So first, before that, reproduction on algae can be divided into three types. Three types of reproduction can be seen in algae. Vegetative, asexual and sexual, as we have discussed in fungi also yesterday, that vegetative reproduction mostly in case of algae. Fragmentation. Okay, filamentous type of algae shows this type of vegetative reproduction, and they simply fragment out, and this fragment will single fragment will act as an individual. So this fragmentation we can observe in vegetative reproduction, like in case of Spirogyra. Asexual reproduction by zoospores mainly, flagellated spores, and these produce new thallus in germinate. Okay, so mostly in case of fungi also zoospores were there, but they were also having aplanospores. Most probably here zoospores which are motile. Always they are showing this type of motile spores, flagellated spores. Okay, sexual reproduction can be divided into three types: isogamous, anisogamous, and oogamous. If isogamous gametes are similar in size, flagellated or non-flagellated, but similar in size. They might be flagellated or non-flagellated, but similar in size, like in case of Chlamydomonas, flagellated, or Spirogyra, non-flagellated. Here we can include Spirogyra also. Spirogyra, non-flagellated. Anisogamous, that means gametes dissimilar in size. Size is dissimilar, one is big to one is small. So size will be dissimilar, and this is known as anisogamous. Oogamous, in that one gamete large and non-motile, like female gamete it is large and non-motile, this just like eggshell, and male gamete it is small and motile with flagella. Okay, so this type of fusion occurs. Gamete, that means fusion. If this type of fusion occurs in sexual reproduction, then this is known as oogamy. So this can be observed in volvox and fucus. So reproduction, then first we are discussing before that, importance of algae. So importance of algae. Importance of algae. Okay, 50% of the total carbon dioxide fixation is done with the help of algae. 50%. See, if total carbon dioxide is, you know that these are autotrophs. So they are, you can say they are producers in a food chain. They are producers. They are responsible for production of the food in biosphere. So whatever food, that means whatever carbon dioxide is fixed in that, 50% CO2 fixation is done with the help of algae only. Okay, 50% it is done with the help of algae only. Then algae as a food. So Porphyra, Sargassum, 70 species of marine algae, they are used as a food. Algae can be used as a food. So some Japanese food or some continental food, you may observe some algal sheets. They are derived from the marine algae. So these are derived from the Porphyra, Sargassum, or Laminaria. Porphyra, Sargassum, or Laminaria. These three types of algae. Okay. Then unicellular algae, Chlorella and Spirulina. Unicellular algae. Like Chlorella and Spirulina, they are used as single cell protein, and they are rich in the protein. You can say these are vegetarian source. This is a vegetarian source of protein. So the space travelers also take this thing, capsules of the Chlorella. They'll take this thing Spirulina with them. So they will, whenever they require the protein, the requirement of the protein can be sufficient, can be sufficed by this capsules, Chlorella and Spirulina. And some of the algae, they produce hydrocolloids. They having like algine and carrageen. Algine and carrageen. Obtained from the carrageen obtained from the red algae, and algine obtained from the brown algae. So these are hydrocolloids. So they are having water holding capacity. Water holding capacity, that means like some moisturizers, some ointments. See, these creams are not drying off in form of powders. We are not getting it. Okay, so they are having certain amount of the water contained in it. See, this water cannot be dried off if there is water holding substances are added in it. So these are the chemicals known as hydrocolloids, which can hold water for the longer period of time. So if you add this hydrocolloid in making of this type of thing, then this water can be hold. Okay. So these are known as hydrocolloids. Then agar powder. You are getting agar powder. Agar powder, mostly used as a solidifying agent. Even these powder is used in making of the ice creams and jellies. So agar powder we are getting from the Glacilaria and Galladium. So these are the importance of the algae, most important thing, importance of the algae. So now first class of algae, that is Chlorophyllaceae. So green algae. So the member of the Chlorophyllaceae, they are commonly called green algae. You need to remember here their which type of pigment is present here, what type of storage form of food, and how they will store their food, and what is their cell wall deposition. Okay, so plant body mostly unicellular here. Plant body is unicellular, colonial or filamentous. It may be any type. Major pigment here involved, it is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. The pigments are localized in the definite chloroplast. Most of the members have one or more storage body called pyrenoids. So storage form of food in form of pyrenoids located in the chloroplast. So pyrenoids, that means protein plus starch. So they store their food in form of starch. Some algae may store their food form of oil droplets also. Mainly starch and sometimes pyrenoid and oil droplets. Cell wall composition of the green algae, they contain inner layer of the cellulose, outer layer of the pectose. Inner cellulose, outer pectose. So you can see here green algae. Reproduction in green algae, vegetative reproduction usually takes place by fragmentation. Asexual by zoospores, produced in the zoosporingia, sometimes aplanospores also. Haplanospores and actinides also. Sexual reproduction may be isogamous, anisogamous or oogamous. So Chlamydomonas, Volvox, Ulothrix, Spirogyra and Cara. These are examples of green algae. The next, brown algae. So class 2, Phaeophyllaceae or brown algae. The members of Phaeophyllaceae commonly called brown algae. So habitat, brown algae are found primarily in marine habitats. Size and forms, they show great variation in their size. Massive type of kelp is example of this. So body consists of the branch filament structure like ectocarpus to profusely branch and represented by the kelps also, which may reach to the height of the 100 meters, and algae only but reach to the height of the 100 meters. The plant body is usually attached to the substratum by holdfast. So body is divided into holdfast root-like structure. You can see this type of root-like structure, and here there is rock and this is substratum. So they can hold their substratum using this holdfast. Then the stalk-like structure, stem-like structure, that is called stalk. That is called stipe. And leaf-like structure, photosynthetic organ, that is known as frond. So holdfast, stalk and the stipe, leaf-like photosynthesis organ, that is called frond. So again I am repeating, plant body divided into holdfast, stipe and frond. Then major pigment involved in the brown algae, they are chlorophyll A, C, carotenoid, xanthophyll, altogether called fucoxanthin. So the brown color of the algae is due to the presence of the large amount of the xanthophyll in it. Storage form of food. Food is stored as a complex carbohydrate like laminarin and mannitol, not polysaccharide complex carbohydrate, laminarin and mannitol. Cell wall composition. They have gelatinous sheath coating of the algae. Gelatinous coating of algae. So next class of the algae class Rhodophylesc Red Algae. So common name of the Rhodophyta are commonly called red algae because on the predominance the red pigment phycoerythrin or phycoerythrin is there in their body. So habit and habitat majority of the red algae are marine except for a few freshwater species. So they occur in both well-lighted regions. So simply they are present in the surface also and the deep in the sea also. In well-lighted region and they occur both in both the surface as well as at the great depth. So important point about this red algae. So you can note this point. Yes. So at the great depth also and in the well-lighted region, that is in the surface also. So where light cannot penetrate, there also red algae can grow. So major pigment, chlorophyll A, B and phycoerythrin. So it's not chlorophyll B, yes it is chlorophyll D, chlorophyll A, D and phycoerythrin. So red color of the red algae is due to abundant formation of phycoerythrin. Storage worm food, it is Floridian starch. Constituted is very similar, Floridian starch, it is similar to that of amylopectin chain of the glycogen structure. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, pectin, polysulfate esters and polysulfate esters. Some red algae have an coral-like and called coralline. They are not actually corals. Okay, they are not corals. Corals are not algae. These algae, they have crystal type of, you can see calcium carbonate present over their walls. So that's why they form the coralline. So corallina algae produce limestone and are important component of the reef formation along with the corals. So flagella is absent in members of this class. Important point, gametes also without flagella, spores also without flagella. So non-flagellated spores and non-flagellated gametes. Next, it is about bryophytes. So bryophytes now, they usually occur in the cool, damp and shady places known as amphibians of the plant kingdom. As they can say, survive both. They require land as well as water for their sexual reproduction. They are dependent on the water. Characteristic feature of the bryophytes. So bryophyte is a division of the non-vascular plants. Remember, these are non-vascular plants. That means no xylem and no phloem. So having an embryo stage in the process. So plant is more differentiated than the algae. Okay, more differentiated than algae, but still complete plant body like root, stem, branches is not developed. So they lack two root, stem and leaves. Their plant body is thallus-like attached to the substratum by rhizoids. In case of algae, it was known as holdfast. Now these are called rhizoids. Okay, they are well developed than the holdfast. Rhizoids may be unicellular or multicellular. Roots are absent. Bryophytes lack true roots, leaves and stem. They may possess root-like, leaf-like, stem-like structure. They have no specialized tissue for the conduction of water and other substances from one part of the body to the another. So no vascular system, so no pipelines you can say for conduction of water and food. Okay. So this is life cycle of bryophytes. So we'll discuss about the life cycle again. So bryophytes is divided into two main types, liverworts and mosses. So liverworts, Liverworts grow usually in moist, shady habitats such as the banks of the stream and marshy grounds. You can see the picture of the liverwort here. Bark of the tree and deep in the woods also. Body structure. Plant body of the liverwort is thalloid markentia. Okay, here roots are unicellular. Markentia is example of liverwort. So the thallus is dorsiventral and closely appressed as the substratum. Closely appressed to the substrate. Reproduction in liverworts. They show gamy is characteristic feature of bryophyte and especially liverwort. What is gamy? You can see this. This is gamma cup. This is called gamma cup. Okay, inside this gamma cup, this type of small structure you can see, hold it by the finger. So this structure is present, that is known as gamy. When this gamy is detaching from the, when it gets detached from the mother body and it germinates into new bryophytes, new liverworts. So gamy are small green multicellular asexual bud which are born dorsally inside the gamma cup, located on the thalli. So the mature gamete separates from the parent body and germinate to form the new individual. Sexual reproduction, the male and female sex organ are produced either on the same or on the different thalli. Fertilization produces zygote, which grows to form diploid sporophyte. So each sporophyte is differentiated into foot, seta and capsule. After meiosis, spores are produced within the capsule and these spores germinate to form free living gametophyte. And see this is how it looked like. So gametophytic stage of this, it will be having this type of spirally arranged leaves. Okay, and sporophytic, that is 2n. Sporophyte is 2n, gametophyte is haploid. So sporophytic stage is divided into foot, seta and capsule. Inside the capsule, it bears the spores. Spores will disperse to form, spores are haploid structures, so they'll disperse to form free living gametophyte. So in case of bryophyte, yes, we can write here in bryophytes that dominant phase in case of bryophyte as gametophyte. Dominant phase of their life cycle, it is gametophyte. What is gametophytic stage? That means haploid stage. That doesn't mean they follows haplontic life cycle, guys. Yes, they follows haplodiplontic life cycle. You can see here half of their life cycle they behave as a sporophyte. That means 2n, half as the bryophyte. Gametophyte, haploid. But why we are saying that dominant phase is haploid? Only because that is free living stage. Sporophyte is not free living. It is dependent on the gametophyte for food as well as it is remaining attached to the gametophyte. That's why we can say that gametophyte is not free. Gametophyte is not, sporophyte is not a dominant phase of this bryophytes. Next, mosses. The prominent stage of the life cycle of mosses is gametophyte, which consists of two stages, protonema stage and leafy stage. So, see, whenever spores are germinating, they'll give primary stage of the gametophyte, that is known as protonema stage. So, it is the first stage and develops directly from the spores. So, it is creeping, green and branched and frequently filamentous stage. Leafy stage. Next stage is leafy stage. Both of these at gametophytic stage only, guys. So it is the second stage which develops from the secondary protonema as a lateral bud. So they consist of upright, slender axis bearing a spirally arranged leaves. They are attached to the soil through the multicellular branched rhizoids. So remember in mosses they are showing multicellular branched rhizoids. In case of liverworts, they'll be having unicellular rhizoids. This stage bears the sex organ. So I am repeating here what is gametophyte and how alternation of generation occurs. Okay, gametophyte. That means haploid or end structure. In gametophyte, there are two types of gametophyte, male and female. They bear two types of sex organ, male and female sex organ. Male sex organ is known as antheridium. Female sex organ it is known as archegonium. Inside these, male gametes and female gametes are produced. Male gametes, female gametes. These gametes will fuse. What happens? What happened here? Fusion occurs. And formation of zygote will be there. Zygote is diploid in nature. This will undergo mitosis to give a rise sporophytic stage. This sporophytic stage, it is diploid stage, okay. But here the sporophyte is dependent on the gametophyte. It is not free living. In this sporophytic stage, they bear foot, seta and capsule. Foot, seta and capsule. Inside the capsule, they have spores. Capsule bears the spore. Spores are produced by meiosis. So that means spores are haploid in nature. These spores will get dispersed. Dispersion of spores will lead to formation of, when these spores will disperse and germinate to form gametophyte. In case of mosses, protonema and leafy stage. Germinate to form gametophyte. In mosses, first primary protonema, then leafy stage. I hope it is clear, guys. This is life cycle of bryophyte. So that means this is also multicellular. And this is also multicellular. That means both the stages they are multicellular, so they follows haplodiplontic life cycle. Always remember, gametophyte produces gametes, sporophyte produces spores. Gametes will fuse, spores will germinate. Only if you remember these 2 points, then you will get the cycles. So do not confuse between gametes and spores. Spores will never fuse, gamete will undergo fusion. Yes, those who have joined, is this concept is clear about gametophyte and sporophyte? Here, in bryophyte, this is free living, dominant, photosynthetic phase of the bryophytes. So now look at the life cycle again. Okay, so this is gametophyte. Gametophyte produced, there are two types of gametophytes, male and female. This is female one. I am writing with the red color. Wait a second. So this is male one. So male, that means sperms are transferred from a male organ to the female organ. Okay, for this they require water. They are dependent on water. For transfer of their gametes, they require water. Okay, and this is how it will reach to the female organ, that is archegonium, where there is egg cell is present. Then fertilization occurs here. Zygote formation will be there. Zygote will undergo mitosis to form multicellular stage, that is bearing foot, seta and capsule. Okay, capsule bears a lot of spores. The spores will produce by meiosis. And this meiosis, after meiosis, there will be this will converted into this diploid stage will be converted to haploid things. Haploid spores. Spores will this spores germinate to form female and male gametophyte. So this is about the life cycle of the bryophytes, guys. I hope the concept is getting clear. Now it's about PYQs, solving PYQs. So yes, before that, download our app for great discounts and offer courses we are offering right now. So after that, if you enroll, then you will get all the handwritten notes, study materials, PYQs, free mock tests available. Admissions are open right now, and we have our 3 branches. Newly opened ECL branch, Narayangada and Mehdipatnam. So classroom coaching as well as online coaching, whatever is feasible to you, you can opt for them. You can enroll for them. This is Spark Store. Link is given in the description box. You can purchase the things available there. Online coaching is also going on, so you can join online course also. And for that also you can use the same coupon code, that is Vaishali 10 VAI10. So on daily basis we have this type of live sessions on demand. Daily basis we are giving assignments. Test also conducting. We are conducting tests every week. Test reports are also generated. So why only Spark? We have highly experienced faculty. We focus on the personalized coaching and process oriented coaching. That means we need to score you need to score more, and on daily basis, on weekend basis, we are giving targets to achieve targets personally to the students to achieve their targets in next weekend test. So slowly we'll reach to the that point, cracking NEET with good score. So personal mentoring, doubt clarification sessions are the limited batch size we have. Yes, hybrid coaching. If you opt for the hybrid coaching, you will be having access to the online thing also. But if you are joining only online, then you will be not having access to the classroom. And books we are providing for hybrid coaching only. For online, we are providing online study material, not hardbound thing we are sending to your home. So now it's about the first question. Yes, I can see a lot of so many of you have joined, so you can read the first question and give the answer. So first question is, isogamous condition with non-flagellated gametes is found in which of these? Isogamous condition. Isogamous, that means similar size of the gametes will be same. Similar in size, whether flagellated, non-flagellated, they'll fuse. This type of thing is present in which type of algae? Spirogyra, Volvox, Fucus or Chlamydomonas? Yes, I am waiting for your answer. So yes, correct answer is 1A. The Spirogyra. Sexual reproduction occurs through the conjugation. Gametes are non-flagellated, morphologically similar but physiologically dissimilar. Volvox and Fucus are example of oogamy. Chlamydomonas contains isogamous flagellated gametes. So here they have asked non-flagellated, that's why answer is Spirogyra. The next question, read the following statements A to E or 1 to 5 and answer the question which follows them. So in liverworts, mosses and fern, gametophytes are free living. Gymnosperms in some ferns are heterosporous. Sexual reproduction in Fucus volvox albigio is oogamous. Saprophytes in liverwort is more elaborate. Sporophyte in liverwort is more elaborate than the mosses. Both Pinus markensia are dioecious. How many of these above statements are correct? So correct answer here is 2B, that is 3. How? In liverworts, what they have asked here, how many of above statements are correct? So in liverworts and ferns, gametophytes are free living. That is correct. In ferns, sporophytes are free living. That is right. So gymnosperm in general, like Selaginella salvinia, they are heterosporous. So two sentences, two statements correct. Sporophyte and mosses are more elaborated than the liverworts. So then Pinus is monoecious and heterosporous. Markensia is dioecious. So last statement is incorrect. Both Pinus and Markensia are not dioecious. Pinus is monoecious, heterosporous. Markensia dioecious. Third question, which of the following is not correctly matched for the organism and its cell wall degrading enzyme? So plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. So yes, you can use cellulase to degrade the plant cell wall. This is how they have asked. So first is correct. Not correctly matched, you need to select here. So algae is a type of plant only. So plant cell only made up of mostly consists of the cellulose. So it is not methyllase which you are using to degrade that cell wall. Fungi, chitinous cell wall, correct chitinase you will be using. Bacterial cell wall made up of polysaccharides. So you can use an amino acid. So you can use lysozyme there. So second option is not correct. So answer is B, algae and methyllase. Then fourth question, the plant body is thalloid in which of these? Funaria, Sphagnum, Salvinia or Markensia. So answer is D, Markensia. The plant body of the liverwort is haploid. Gametophytic small dorsiventral flattened thalloid structure. So in my Markensia you can observe this. Next question. Which one of the following is wrongly matched? Nostoc, water bloom, Spirogyra motile gametes, Sargassum, chlorophyll C, Basidiomycete puffballs. So yes, Basidiomycetes, they include puffballs. Sargassum include chlorophyll C. Spirogyra motile gametes are not present. Non-motile gametes are there. We have discussed in the first question itself. So answer is B, Spirogyra. Then next question. Which one of the following shows the isogamy with non-flagellated gametes? Non-flagellated gametes. Again repeating this thing. So Spirogyra is the answer. Non-flagellated isogamy. Which one of the following is wrong about the Chara? Upper ogonium and lower round antheridium. Globule and nucleole present on the same plant. Upper antheridium, lower ogonium. Globule is male reproductive structure. So Chara is green alga found attached to the bottom. See upper antheridium and lower ogonium. That is wrong one here. Next question. Which of the following is responsible for pit formation? For pit formation, Sphagnum is responsible. So one of the most important economical importance of Bryophyte is a Sphagnum used for the pit formation, and from the long ago it has been used as a fuel. Then next, an alga which can be employed as a food for human beings. So Spirogyra, not Spirogyra, Chlorella. Chlorella can be used as single cell proteins, Chlorella and Spirulina. Next question, last question. Male gametes are flagellated and flagellated gametes are present in Anabina ectocarpus, Spirogyra or Polysiphonia. Answer is B, ectocarpus. Male gametes are flagellated in ectocarpus. They possess headstalk, not lateral flagella. So yes, you can join us on Telegram also. This is our Telegram link. You can follow us there. So you'll get all the updates, how what all sessions will be going on right now. This is how you will get the materials also in a Telegram channel. Okay, some materials of physics, chemistry, biology, everything. Handwritten notes also you will get in Telegram channel. So you can follow us and join us on the Telegram link. So this is your DIY homework question. So you can take a screenshot of it. I'm waiting for 5 seconds. Which one of the following statement is wrong? You need to select wrong one here. So take a screenshot and then answer in the comment section after the class. Yes, next question. Solve this question and post the answer in the comments. Which one is wrong statement? Again, take a screenshot and answer second A, B, C, D like that in your comment section. Yes, next question now. An example of the colonial algae. Which one is the example of colonial algae? Volvox, Ulothrix, Spirogyra, Chlorella, easy peasy types. Yes, you can see the question and then answer 3 A, B, C, D in your comment section. So if you like the classes, if you like the way I am teaching, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon for the notification, and do not forget to press the thumb icon for liking this video. So this is our EAMCET result, EAMCET and NEET results of 2022. Spark Academy JEE Mains results. Detailed result with student name. Spark Academy NEET 2022 results. JEE EAMCET NEET classroom as well as online coaching. Admissions are open right now. So what are you all waiting for? Join us quickly because syllabus, we are conducting classes on daily basis, and so join us quickly right now so you will not miss out anything. Okay, and we'll do everything in a better way. JEE EAMCET NEET classroom online coaching are going on. Admissions are open for batches of the 2022 and 2023. Test analysis and reports, full-length test, doubt clarification support is there. Access to the app and live sessions also if you join the classroom coaching. Daily and weekly chapter-wise tests we are conducting. Lecture videos on demand we are arranging. After school tuitions, something new which we have started this year. So yes, if your sibling, you can join us for you can see for preparing your siblings for from the 7th standard. Thank you so much. Do not forget to like, share and comment, and press the bell icon for and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much everyone.